they see me spending, they hating. Why you spending all your money? I'm spending wildly, blindly. I'm spending wildly, blindly. I'm spending wildly, blindly. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing you the second update for my spend less year. So we are a wee bit late on our second update. So this is kind of merging both our February and our March updates together. Let's just get February out the way so we can focus on the sticking point that is March. So February was a good month. I did not spend on any of my list of my no buy items or even my low buy items. I purchased nothing outside of my parameters and what I am allowed to purchase. And as you may know or may not know, at the end of February I went on a girls' weekend. It was a great weekend. I both bought and drank more wine than is probably really a smart move, but I did, and that was allowed within the parameters I had set for myself. Then we head into March. So first off, at the beginning of March, at the tail end of my girls' weekend, I technically broke my no spend year. So we stopped at Big W. And while in there, I purchased 2 items. One item which was technically not actually covered within my parameters, but the second one definitely was, and it was definitely a breakage. So the first item I bought was these Gaia Oracle cards. And though I haven't specifically mentioned such items like this on my spend less year rules, I would say that though it is not explicitly said that these are not allowed, I would class it as a bendage of the rules. It's definitely not within the intention of what the rules are meant to be. So though this is not a actual breakage, I would class it as a bendage. Though the next item is a breakage. Yes, this is a book. And it specifically says as part of my rules, do not purchase books. So that was my first breakage of the month. Yes, I did say first breakage of the month. What about next? So then we continue down the path. I went to the chemist to purchase some medication I needed to get. While in there, unfortunately, they were having a massive clearance sale on a heap of their lipsticks. So vulnerable as I was, because we will blame something, I purchased 4. And like I said, the sale was a massive clearance. Most of these were 50 to 70% off. But did I need 4 new lipsticks? No. Were 4 new lipsticks allowed within my no spend parameters? No, definitely not. These are unneeded and really unallowed, and I still purchased them. Though I will say I probably did better than when I originally started, because I left with 4, but at one point I had like 10 in my hand. So though I am not happy with this purchase, I will say that I could have done a lot worse. And also I will say that some of these colors are things I didn't already have in my collection. For example, this one here, this Revlon, is called Gold Goddess. I don't know if you can see it in there, but it is a gold lipstick, and I do not have a gold lipstick currently within my collection. So I did try to be smart about what I was doing. In saying that, these three consist of one red, which you know I have many a red in my collection, a brown, because we can never have enough browns, obviously, and this one, which is called Midnight Mystery, and I can't tell if it's a dark blue or a black, but either way, I already have at least one of these in my collection too. So, though I went in with all good intentions, I left with 3 lipsticks I really didn't need, and one that would be considered unique to my collection, but considering my collection consists of nearly 100 lipsticks, it is not something that is overly necessary, and did, as I say, broke my no spend year. So, instead of me giving you a layout of everything I spent throughout the month of March, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up some prices. So here we have the price I spent on books. Not too bad, but definitely unnecessary. And over here we have the price I spent on lipsticks. This is the amount that I spent on lipsticks / makeup, but really I only bought lipsticks, so 4 lipsticks equaled this price. And because we started on the slippery slope and it went very much downhill from there, here is the price that I then spent on takeaway coffee, takeaway breakfast, and takeaway lunch. This is the one thing I desperately want to cut out, and yet there is that price. So that is a total of money I should not have been spending right here. That is money that I definitely overspent in areas that I am not meant to be spending in and would have been better utilized for other things. But I could have spent it in the future on things that are actually allowed within my no spend year. But there is no use crying over spilt milk. So, though this money has been lost, and I do regret that in a lot of ways, but at the same time, I can't live regretting what I've already done. Otherwise, you are just going to end up an unhappy Sally. So, with all that in mind, as you can possibly tell, March has not been the most productive month. And not just within that area. I did have a few uni items due in March, which I managed to achieve, and I got good grades on, so high five. But other than those successes, I will say that March has been a low achievement month. And in saying that, I have lost all routine. So where in the past I would get up at a reasonable time in the morning, be able to do my makeup, film some videos or edit some videos before going to work, within the past month that has not been happening. I've been sleeping later and later, even though I'm still going to bed at a reasonable hour. And in fact, most days I have not even worn makeup at all. Makeup is not something for me that is a must-have, but I do enjoy the ritual of getting up and putting makeup on. I enjoy putting on the colours and watching YouTube videos while I do it. I enjoy the process of doing my makeup. And I enjoy the fun looks that I'm able to come up with. And I have not been doing that. And in fact, majority of routines that I had started to set up in January and February have at this point fallen to the wayside. So that is something that I think now has obviously affected a large proportion of not just my spending habits, but my life. It all kind of merges together. So I'm having bad habits, bad items that I would normally have done, and on top of that, I'm overspending where I'm not meant to be. I'm worrying about things that I shouldn't be worrying about, and I'm trying to fill, I guess, holes with items that I don't overly need. Not a good time to be had. But today is a new day. Today is the 1st of April, and we will be starting afresh. March has come and gone, and what has happened is in the past. I cannot fix it, I cannot change it, and there is no use dwelling on it. The only thing is to get up, get back on that horse, and continue on. So today I got up at a reasonable hour. I have put my makeup on, I'm filming this video for you, and we are starting afresh. So though March was basically an utter failure, we are still on the path to success, because any hurdle, any hitch in the road is not the end of everything. You can still get up and keep going forward. And that is my plan. So I'm Verity. That was the second update for my no spend year. And now to the outro.